another thing about that 6%, there's almost none of that could have been prevented with what through any kind of
Well,
wellness
great. Yeah,
program.
great. So,
That
so
that's
one, one
because
Tom,
of her age.
why don't you go through those 6% of members? Talk to me about the top conditions, and then tell me, is this something that could be cured? Something we could catch in advance?
Well, I wish it were that way, but the big categories are cancer, and cancer strikes some people kind of randomly. Uh, Two brothers can have the same lifestyle, have the same raised in the same household, ate the same kind of foods. One of them gets cancer and the other one doesn't get it. There's also a genetic component to more and more cancer. They realize the BRCA gene. That if you have that, you're at a very high risk of getting cancer. But if you spend a lot of time outdoors without sunscreen on, you're fair skinned or fair haired, pretty good chance you're going to get some melanomas as you get older. Uh, there's people that get lung cancer all the time that never smoked a cigarette in their life. I had a friend, his father died at age 65, but nobody in the family had ever smoked. He'd never been around smokers, but he died of lung cancer. And these things just kind of strike random. So that's one category. Another category is muscular skeletal. And interestingly, with a lot of muscular skeletal surgery, it happens to people who have been athletic all their life. They've worn their knees out. If they were runners, they may have worn their knees out and may need double knee surgery, worn their hips out, and sometimes their shoulders. So if you're a fitness freak, you're at a or obese, you're at a high risk of having a lot of musculoskeletal surgery as you get older. And on strokes, as you age, your artery walls thin. It's like tread on a tire. You have blood flowing through your arteries all the time, and it just wears them out. That's why you see so many heart attacks and strokes happening with older people, embolisms with older people, as their artery walls, their blood vessel walls have worn out. That's just it's sad, but it's a fact. Unless some primary care doctor can figure out a way to stop people from aging, you're gonna get old and die. Now, there's a good friend of mine wrote a book called The Last Well Person. I'll show you a copy of that book. He's a very dear friend of mine, and he describes in that he's a graduate #1 in his medical school class at Harvard, and while he was also going to medical school, he picked up a PhD in microbiology. I mean, this guy's really smart, and he said that the average person today can live to be about 85. And he said in the book that if you do every, by the way, his book is published in academic press, so what he say has to be very authentic. He said if you do everything you can possibly do to maintain your health, the best way you can do it, stay fit, be active, exercise. You may have slightly fewer people die at 83 or 84 than 85. That's it. You could spend your whole lifetime trying to be a fitness guy and stay thin and skinny and eat all the right foods and never smoke. And you may tack a year or two on to the end of your life. And for a lot of people, that's going to mean you're going to spend another year in a nursing home.
We all don't want to be there.
You're not going to have another year of life like a healthy, strapping 40-year-old. You're going to have another year of life when you're 83 years old. And frankly, I don't know a lot of 83-year-olds that are playing basketball and on the tennis courts and out deep sea diving. I mean, you're going to get old and you're going to suffer an abundance of illnesses, and something's going to kill you. The mortality rate in America is 1 per person. We're all going to die, and we're all going to have a causation for that death. And in Norton Hadler's words, people should worry less about what's going to get them in the end, what's going to kill them in the end, and try to enjoy their journey more. you can actually make yourself sick worrying about what's going to kill you. Worry creates stress. Stress creates enzymes in your arteries that cause plaque to build up and make you more susceptible to a heart attack or a stroke.